What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How are ya? Now today is January 14th, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But we'll start off here in Washington, D.C., and then we will finish up in New York City. Our first vendor is going to be the Base of Ops vendor. Here we go.
Pleasure to see you.
And starting off at the top, we have the Anarchist Cookbook. Yo, and this is going to be a must-buy right out the gate. So this is the Anarchist Cookbook, the named Golden Gear backpack with Perfectly Wicked. Now, this one already has status on it, and you get status from the brand set bonus. So you could easily just change headshot off for anything. It could be whatever you want, it doesn't matter. And then just optimize all the other attributes, and you're good to go. That way you're double dipping with the status effects. You get the Perfectly Wicked in there, you get some armor, and then whatever else you want to add to the fight. Pretty cool. Looking at the weapons, we have an AUG with reload speed and sledgehammer, an FAL with optimal range and measured, and a Diceros with crit chance and close and personal. Looking at the gear items, we have a Hanayu backpack with clutch, hazard, and crit, and finally a electric chest piece with double crit, skilled, and then of course that skill tier. Looking at the mods, we have headshot 7.4, drone plus 2 extra bombs, turret health 7.4, and sticky bomb skill haste of 4.2. Now, must buys, things to look for from the Base of Ops vendor. The Anarchist Cookbook is going to be the number one thing. Pick it up. That's a good one. I have probably 3 different ones in my stash as we speak. Now I am going to jump over here to the Countdown and Clan vendors. Remember, you can see these in New York City. Here's the Countdown vendor. Yo, what's this? Oh, I just got goosebumps, dude. Oh, I thought this was a double region. All right. We do have Emperor's Guard knee pads here. These are PvP exclusive knee pads. These do come with that 1% armor regeneration, and you can change that skill tier to an armor core. However, I thought it was the double region. Let's see if I have them on right here. Yep. I thought it was this, and then I was going to say, holy crap, this is the best vendor ever, but close, but no dice. Now, this Emperor's Guard has explosive resistance as an attribute, and like I said, you do want that armor for the knee pad, so I'm not sure if that's even worth picking up in your opinion. I mean, you could go like demolitionist, explosive resistance to try to like get, you know, through the explosives and the mortars. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Moving on to the top, we have a safety distance. This is the named SIG MPX with Perfect Outsider, and this one with Rate of Fire. And finally, the Point Man chest piece. This is the named Heligard chest piece with Perfect Vanguard, and this one repair skills and weapon handling. Now let's jump over to the Clan vendor. And while I do that, big shout out to the DoD, Disciples of Doom. We are on all platforms, so if you are interested in joining our clan, just jump over to my Discord and put your gamer tag in whatever, you know, tab that applies to you and your platform. Once we are ready to send out more invites, I'll make a mass message over there, and then first come, first serve. Join up in the DoD. And speaking of which, here is the Clan vendor. Starting with the Lefty, this is the named ACS-12 with Perfect Sledgehammer, and this one with crit hit damage. This is a perfect shotgun to use for the raid, for the incursion, any sort of like legendary gameplay, stuff where you're helping out your teammates, because Perfect Sledgehammer is really fun to use in the right situations. What you could do is pick this one up, change the crit hit damage to damage to targets at a cover, and then you're good to go. Not bad. Going to the gear set items, we have Eclipse Mask with status effects, nice. Cavalier knee pads with armor regen, again, pretty nice. And then Ongoing Directive backpack with pretty high crit damage. That's a good pickup. All 4 of these actually are all pretty decent. Okay. Looking at the other high-end items, we have a Officer's M9 with magazine size and finisher, An FAL with perpetuation and stability. Palisade gloves with skill damage, skill haste. Very interesting. Remember, and I'm pretty sure this is still in the known issues board, but skills do proc the armor on kill. So this could work with like a good skill build and then do armor on kill with your skills and all that. Remember that the Palisade Steelworks 3-piece gives you another skill tier as well. That might be worth looking into. Okay. After that, we have a PX4 Storm Type F with armor damage and reformation, an Urban MDR with magazine size and sledgehammer, Richter and Kaiser chest piece with Overwatch, headshot, and armor regeneration, and finally, Wyvern gloves with skill haste and crit damage. Looking at the mods, we have crit chance 4.7, drone damage reduction 5.3, hive stem efficiency 8.8, and Seeker Mine healing 6.3. I was really surprised to see that healing. Very cool. As far as the clan vendor goes, the lefty's good. All of these gear set items are decent. The Palisade gloves are decent. And you could change the Wyvern gloves to skill damage, skill haste. Not bad. All right. Moving on to the campus. And if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But already we've had some decent items. The Emperor's Guard over there at the Countdown vendor was surprising. Remember, the Emperor's Guard, those are PvP exclusives. So, I mean, it's pretty rare to see that at the Countdown.
Check it out.
All right, here we go, campus.
I might have
Starting with the Ekham's Long Stick. This is the named sniper with Perfect Ranger, and this one with max crit damage, not bad. Following that, we have a custom M44 with damage targets at a covered. Whoa. That's a really good sniper. Pick up this sniper and change the talent to Determined. You're good to go. That's a really good sniper. Not bad, actually. This is at the campus settlement. All of those attributes are fairly high to where you could easily just max out, one of them and then just start optimizing the other. I would probably... That's not bad. Not bad at all. Because then you could change it to Determined. I mean, I'll pick it up. Screw it. Next, we have a Black Market M60 with armor damage and flatline. Interesting. That's really good. You have the attributes that you want, and you have the talent that you want. And remember that it also comes with the long underbarrel rail, so you could put this with the linked laser pointer that is attached to the technician specialization. So this is like really a good LMG. Not bad. Following that, we have a 511 mask with headshot maxed out and status effects. And then finally, Wyvern holster with hazard and armor regen. Double blue on a Wyvern. This is a weird reset day, I tell you what. Looking at the mods, we have repair skill 16.6, chem launcher radius 6.0, hive range 4.0, pulse cone size 6.5, and trap shock radius of 5.9. Must buys, things to look for from the campus. Ekham's long stick's not bad. The custom M44 and the Black Market M60. I can't believe I'm saying that, but these are all really decent. Okay? Not bad. Not bad at all. I like it. Moving on to our Dark Zone vendors, starting with Dark Zone West. West! Let's go! Now, as far as your Dark Zone vendors go, you do need DZ resources to purchase anything from them. So go to your resources tab, and just above your keys, you will see your Dark Zone resources. Now, your Dark Zone resources only max out to 999, so you have to, start stacking now. I mean, I do understand that it might be easier to just run the routes and open up the little blue boxes because they just go straight to your inventory. But remember that that only counts as one resource at a time, where you could just pick up a whole bunch of contaminated items, deconstruct them into DZ resources, and then you can extract, 100, 200 resources at a go with no problem. So just remember that. And these Dark Zone vendors will only take DZ resources. And speaking of which, here we go. Dark Zone West. Big money, no whammies.
Hello there.
And starting with the Calibre. This is the named Shoddy with perfect jazz hands. And this one with magazine size. Following that, we have a Marine Super 90 with crit hit damage and perpetuation. And a M1 CQB, M1A, there we go. CQB with optimal range and fast hands. Looking at the gear items, y'all gear gloves. All right, y'all gear gloves at DZ South. So if you need y'all gear items, anything like that, you can pick this one up and deconstruct it for y'all gear materials, and you can actually craft your own y'all gear items. It is hefty though; it is 102 DZ resources a pop, so you would have to have quite a number of DZ resources on hand to get a few of those to even make it worth it. But they are here. Max headshot with armor regeneration. I mean, that's a good combination as well, especially for the Dark Zone. And finally, we have Alp Summit knee pads with hazard and headshot. Looking at the mods, we have armor on kill 15.1, seeker mine damage 4.3, shield deflector damage 4.3, firefly damage 6.1, and decoy health of 5.5. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ South. Not really. To be honest with you, I mean, not really. The Y'all Gear gloves are rare, and that's the only reason why I'm bringing them up. But they are super expensive. I mean, 102 a pop. That's going to take a lot of resources to pick up a few of those. But all right.
Thanks for the business.
That is it for DZ West. Let's take our talents down south to the deep south. DZ South. Let's go. Woo, boy. We going down south. Let's get it. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up. What are you waiting on? We do this every week. Here we go, DZ South.
It's very good to see you.
Starting with the Glory Days. This is the named P416 with perfect nearsighted. And this one with max headshot damage. Not bad. Following that, we have an AUG with magazine size and vindictive, an F2000 with headshot and on empty, and then finally a tactical M1911 with damage to targets at a cover and future perfect. Looking at the gear items, we have an Eclipse Protocol backpack with status effects, not bad. Striker's chest piece with weapon handling. Petrov backpack with headshot and status. To go along with Galvanize, not bad. And then finally, Empress International chess piece with status, explosive resistance, and protected reload. Looking at the mods, we have crit hit damage 10.0, drone duration 6.4, turret skill haste 6.1, and sticky bomb skill haste of 4.1. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ South. No way. No way. Not now. Not never. Before we go to DZ East, make sure you make your pit stop to the castle settlement. Now, what I do is I fast travel to the descent entrance. That way I can just run up here, pet the dog, and then go straight to the vendor. So what up, Ransom? How you doing? Oh, stretching. All right, fair enough. Take care. You still glitched out? Let's see.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
I think they fixed Ransom. They fixed Ransom. This is the first time I've ever seen this dog not glitch out. Wow, dude. First time ever. That's ever. I have never seen the dog not glitch out right there. Very good. Very good. There is progress. All right, here we go. Castle vendor. Before this music blares out my damn eardrums again. Starting with the Relic. This is the named marksman rifle with perfect determined. This one with damage to targets at a cover. That's a really good pickup. So if you want it, pick it up right there. Hunting M44, crit hit damage and Thunderstrike. Not the best combination. And then finally for the weapons, a military MK46 with headshot and in sync. Looking at the gear items, we have a Araldi mask with status and hazard. And then Alp Summit holster with repair skills and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, we have skill haste 10.1, chem launcher duration 4.2, hive +4 stinger charges, that's good if you don't have it, pulse cone size 6.3, and trap shock radius of 6.0. From the castle, I mean, the relic is a good pickup, but that's really about it. All right. So now that we're out of the castle, let's finish our Dark Zone vendors with Dark Zone East. Now for Dark Zone East, I do not go to the main entrance. I go to the Alpha checkpoint. That way I don't have to run all the way through that courtyard. And at the Alpha checkpoint, all you have to do is catch this loading screen
Access.
and then exit right here.
Priority objective
Not too
available.
shabby, right?
Come check this out.
And then the main entrance is way down there. That way you don't have to run through that entire part. All right. So here's DZ East.
Looking for anything in particular?
Oh, snap. The claws out holster. So we have the claws out and we have the Emperor's Guard today. And neither one of them are really the ones that I want. Claws out holster. This one, of course, is for your melee builds. And you have to change the skill tier to an armor core to really make it pop. So you're kind of limited with that skill damage. So, I mean, you could keep it. I mean, the skill damage doesn't make or break a melee build at all, actually. So you could keep the skill damage there and then just double down on the skill damage with your Wyvern. And then, I don't know. Now I'm just trying to make up like some weird like off-the-wall build with skill damage and melee. I don't like it. Anyways, moving on. But it is there and it is rare, so I do understand that if you want it, here it is, DZ East. Next up, we have the SRS A1 with near max marksman rifle damage, armor damage, and eyeless. A classic M60 with swap speed and sledgehammer. For the gear items, we have an Aegis mask with headshot, Negotiator's Dilemma holster with repair skills, Heligard mask with weapon handling and health, and finally, Electrique holster with repair skills and skill damage. Looking at the mods, we have a Skill Haste 10.1, Chem Launcher Radius 5.9, Hive Range 4.0, Pulse Health 15.1, and Trap Shock Radius of 5.9. Now, must buys things to look for from DZ East. I mean, the Electrique holster, you could change the repair skills to status. Double down on the status with the skill damage. That's good. But that's really about it. Yeah, I mean, the SRS is nice with the damage to armor. But I'm pretty sure that they tweaked it this last update, and it's not as strong as it was. You would have to change eyeless to determined. I don't know. And then finally, you do have the claws out, which isn't bad. But again, you don't have the hazard or the armor regeneration. You have skill damage, so I'm not sure if you want that or not. But it is
Thanks
here,
for the
DZ
trade.
East. Okay. And our last step, our last stop of the vendors for Washington, D.C. is going to be the theater settlement. Like, my muscle memory was, like, trying to take me over there to the Loot Goblin. I almost went there twice. So I was like, hold on, I'm not fast traveling there. All right, so the theater settlement. This is our last stop before we go to New York City. And let's see if we have anything good.
Ready to make a
The
deal?
Eagles Grasp. I mean, this is becoming a fan favorite because you get the weapon handling and the magazine size, so it's very user-friendly. It's not bad, not bad. I do understand that the rifles with, fully automatic rifles, it could be fun. But for me personally, I really just use it for the weapon handling and that magazine size from the one-piece bonus. So what I would do is just change the health to crit chance. And you could put it with anything. And then if you want to use it with an SMG, switch the crit chance to crit hit damage. You're good to go. I mean, it's not bad. It's just subtracting from like something like,
That
the
looks
contractor's
nice.
gloves. You see where you said that's
there.
nice. So you're subtracting the damage to armor for weapon handling, which isn't bad. I mean, it depends on your playstyle. Moving on, we have a custom M870 with magazine size and in sync. And then finally for the weapons, a SIG 716 with sledgehammer and armor damage. Looking at the gear items, we have Cheska gloves with hazard and weapon handling, and Electrique knee pads with status and repair skills. For the mods, we have Armor on Kill 15.8k, Seeker Mine Skill Haste 4.7, Shield active regeneration 4.2. Firefly +1 max target and decoy duration of 6.0. Now must buys from the from the theater. There we go. The Eagle's Grasp, good one, and the electric knee pads. Change the repair skills to skill damage, and you're good to go. And then for the Eagle's Grasp, change the health to whatever it is you want, and you're good to
Great
go.
doing business.
All right. Oh, hold on. Cheska. Cheska with Hazard. My bad. My bad. What am I doing here? So the Cheska with Hazard, remember the 2-piece Cheska gives you Hazard. Now the reason why I pass over this is because it has the really low weapon damage and weapon handling, but I do understand a lot of people like to run Hazard. So just a reminder, if you want, you could put this one on, have the Hazard go 2-piece Cheska with like 1-piece, and then you're good to go. I mean, you could easily put this with, I don't know, an LMG, because LMGs really want that weapon handling to help them with the reload speeds. So you could do that and then just change the weapon damage to an armor core. So you could, ooh, I just came up with a good one. You could do an Hazard Iron Lung build and then run it with Hazard and weapon handling. Yo, that sounds pretty sick. I think I might put that together.
I'm happy.
Interesting. All right, moving on. And now we are going to New York City. So for the rest of the video, we are in Warlords of New York, just so you know. So here we go to the Haven Settlement. We have 2 more vendors. We have Marco at the top of the escalator, and then we have Roy Benitez just outside.
Safe area entered.
And if you didn't know, I do daily division content, so make sure you ring that notification bell. That way you don't miss a single video. Here we go, Marco. Starting with the ACR, this with crit chance and overflowing. Following that, we have a SOCOM Mark 20 with swap speed and sledgehammer. The Thorn with reload speed and perfect brazen. And then finally, X45 Tactical with reload and killer. Looking at the gear items, we have a Zoo backpack with weapon handling, repair skills, and calculated. Brazos gloves with health and crit damage. And a Badger Tough mask with crit chance and skill damage. Looking at the mods here, we have Headshot 7.4, Burn Resistance 8.6, Turret Health 7.7, Firefly +1 max target, and Decoy Health of 5.5. Now, must buys things to look for from Marco. Not really. I mean, the Brazos, you could do double crit. Remember, you could put this with the Pakaros holster, get that extra skill tier, or put it with 2 other pieces of Brazos and get that magazine size. And there's a Badger Tough mask that you can also make double crit. Just change the skill damage off for crit damage. You're good to go. But all right, that is it for Marco. So that leaves us with our very last vendor, Roy Benitez. Oh, but wait. You got to pet the dog, man. Make sure you interact with this dog twice. The reason why I say twice is because the first interaction is a default. It's just you petting the dog. But that second interaction, man, it's random. He could roll over. He could, jump at you. He could try to shake your hand. What's he going to do? Oh, he's about to try to juke me. Oh, he's juking me. Oh. All right. Roy Benitez, here we go.
Hey, agent.
Starting with the PP19, crit hit damage and future perfect. A M700 tactical with swap speed and reformation. Urban MDR with magazine size and breadbasket. And finally a PX4 Storm Type F with rate of fire and killer. Looking at the gear items, we have a Richter and Kaiser backpack with leadership, repair skills, and weapon handling. Hanayu gloves with skill haste and armor regeneration. And finally, Heligard mask with health and weapon handling. Looking at the mods, we have bleed resistance 8.3, crit hit damage 9.9, Seeker Mind healing 5.7, Firefly damage 6.1, and finally decoy duration of 5.5. Now, must buys things to look for from Roy Benitez. Nah, not really.
Thanks.
All right. So this vendor's been kind of interesting. There's been a lot of decent items. Nothing like super god rolled, you know what I mean? But there have been some actual decent items today. Not bad. The Claws Out was a good surprise. The Emperor's Guard was an even bigger surprise. Those were pretty crazy. Not the best rolls that I would recommend, but I mean, they're good for now if you don't have them already. But all right, let me know what you think. I am Kamikazevondoom. I'm probably live right now on Twitch, so come check me out. And I'll see you in the next one, all right? Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. And peace out.